What is up, YouTube? This is Fortress Striker, and I'm coming to you here live on dbsdecks.com, a place where you can go ahead and create your own type of DBS decks that you want to make in real life or in any video game sites such as Octagon. Well, here today, I'm basically going to go ahead and show a deck profile of a red and green support of set for the Kale leader set coming out in the tournament pack in May of 2015. And what this deck does, a lot of work. So basically, the leader Kale is representing the Universe 6. She's an alien insane. Her leader effect states that when this card attacks a leader, you draw a card, and then she's basically the 4 less cost of your life to flip over for 2 energies to activate and resolve. Her awakened side, which is Lady of Destruction Kale, aka Cannon Broly, sad face, is that perverse. Her permanent effect states that if you have a Khalifa in play in the battle area, you do not have to place cards from your hand in the drop area as a result of this card's skill. So what she does is that when she attacks, you draw a card. Then place 1 card in your hand in the drop area, and your opponent places 1 card in your hand in their drop area. So basically, in the end, whenever you attack, you end up going ahead and have to discard your hand and your opponent's hand. Of course, basically, as long as you have Khalifa, you're safe. The idea of this deck, obviously, is to basically have a little help from her support for friends, such as Kaba and, of course, her Nachon, Khalifa. And, just want to mess up your opponent's hand. It's pretty good. Pretty aggro, pretty straightforward. I don't know how to call greens. I always get those confused. My apologies. But yes, so with that, let's go ahead and start with the reds. So first is we got play 4 Kaba Universe Meteor. This card is really decent. What he does is basically excavates the top 3 of cards of your deck and adds a Universe 6 from one of them, and you add it to your hand and shuffle the rest. Simple as that. And of course, the next one we have is Saying Kaba, the main key card we play in the deck. In most red decks or any other decks that people who want to reduce their lives and everything. We all know what he does. To take a card from your life, he gains 10k and double strike for the turn. Only downside, he is not Universe 6. Reason that they don't make it that is because the tournament power was continuing on during the anime when this game was coming out. And they didn't come the idea to put Universe's set on the special traits, which is kind of sad. But in the end, it's kind of fair because then you don't want to have this guy search for this guy and the next turn just do this and that and that and that. Or for other cards, And since I'm going by the order of how this site does their energies and their powers, I'll go straight and say Unending Awakening is a great negate. Obviously, we don't know what he does. He negates an attack. And if you have a Saiyan as a leader, you go ahead and give it 5,000 power. So that way, it's basically 20k if it's on the awakened side. To make sure your opponent's going to have to force combo to attack my leader if he wants to or not. And yeah. Next, we're playing 4 of the Sister Attack Saying Kale. Really great card. So what she does is that when this card attacks, and if you have another Universe 6 on your board, you draw a card, and this card gains 5,000 power. So simple that. Love it. It's really great to see how well this card does. For our super combo, it's Union Attack, Botamo, and Magetta. Not a fan of these guys, but the only reason you want to play this card. It's one of those super combos which states that depending on the universe you have, and if you have 5 or less, they gain 10,000 power and draw. Which I have to say is unbelievably crazy, and I like it. It's pretty much like pretty stupid in how you're going to combo off against your opponent and screw him over. Of course, like, that's fair as long as it's in the tournament power. If this wasn't basically in set 4 or the other sets or anything, I think it's going to be a little crazy. Next, we play 4 Sister Attack Saiyan Khalifas. So what she does is that when you play her, and if your leader card is a Saiyan, you may choose 1 card in your life, add it to your hand, and this girl gets 5,000 power and double strike. So basically, a little similar to Kaba, except only when you play her. So, and that only resolves till the end of the turn. So after that, she goes back to 15k, and she's just, basically vanilla the next remaining turns that she's on the board. So yeah, so you want to use her straight up, and then you can use her for combo, or use her for Awakening for her Super Saiyan 2 form. Bolt Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla is really great. You can evolve her 2 reds, 1 energy and Caulifla. Best part about this is that she doesn't have an evolve play effect. So what she does is when you play this card, you look at the top 7 cards of your deck, you add any Universe 6, up to 1 of them, with 15,000 or less power among, and play it. So great, so amazing. So you can use her to summon another one of these, and then do the same thing again if you choose to. But you don't want to. You can also go ahead and just, sorry, I always hate when this happens. Alright, so you can go ahead and get your Kales off, maybe a little Meteor if you want to keep searching, but, oh well. But like I said, I wish though the Cabal was a little Universe 6 shit. These two would have worked together, or however you want it to be. And then, of course, a non-Universe 6 card, Jiren, Fist of Justice, but basic red we all play. We love him, he's just crazy. And then that's it for the reds. For the blacks, let's go to the blacks first. I know we're going to go to the greens afterwards, but blacks to say it up. So obviously, your main 2, which is the most fancy cards are going up right now. 2 Temperature Trunks, 2 Masked Saiyan, the Mysterious Warriors. Great card support here. Yeah, I want to keep searching for cards that I might need, and I want to go ahead and get rid of annoying cards that could be a pain in the ass to deal with your opponent, and then just double strike them. And that's it for now for the greens. So we play 4 Trunks Bridge to the Future. Great to basically use as energy, if you don't need it anymore. But I love his effect, stating the fact that you go ahead and look at the top 2 cards of your deck, look for a Saiyan among them, add it to your hand, and then just place the rest to the graveyard. So that way you have more cards to play for these guys here. Then the main key green cards, which everyone fucking loves and can afford. Saiyan Team Rakaba, when this card's in the battle area, decrease the energy of cost of a Caulifla and Kale by 1. So really great to go ahead and let you summon out the Sister Saiyan Kale, which is faster to go off, and Caulifla, and of course this girl too. But we'll go ahead and just, well, know what he does. Look top 10 cards, look either searches for a Caulifla or a Kale, and if you add the Cauliflas, you get to go ahead and play it. And it doesn't require any type of colors, a certain color, so you don't have to just play green Cauliflas. You can play reds Cauliflas as well, or any type of color. It's really great. Like I said, you can play this Caulifla, activate her effect, and then just keep playing. So you already have a board, or you play your main key green one here because she's really great. 3, of course, I see people not playing 3. I feel like that's good enough. It's kind of sad because you don't want to keep, actually, I'll just say this though, with enough Cauliflas, we don't need to have 4 of her and then just play 3 of these, because this Kale is better. We only have 2 in the set in this deck. So yeah, and we all know what Caulifla does. She helps basically prevent your cards from getting KO'd, getting hit by card effects. So when you play this card, choose 1 card in hand. We all know that. So really great to drop 20,000 K. And of course, anyway, Kale, we all love her the most, who's the most expensive one in the fucking deck, besides promo. Critical, Kale's the card, and then you get to draw a card if you have 5 or less in your hand. And yeah, that's basically it. This is the Kale deck profile, and I like it. It's really resourceful. It looks amazing. It's pretty much going to be expensive, I won't lie. Because it's mostly in this site, it shows you the prices from the PPG, and that's the total amount of how much it costs for depending on the amount of cards you're playing in the set. All in all, this looks a really good, nice amount of cards to play. I like how this deck resolves. It looks amazing. I hope you guys give this deck a try once it's released. I know it's probably going to be really expensive. I can already show you what it is, of how much it really costs. And let's see, sorry. Alright, so yeah, let me show you how much this deck really costs. It costs $430.26 PPG. And they haven't released it, just saying. Yeah, chaos. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. This is amazing. I like it. If you think I'm going to make it, I'm going to go with no, because look at the fucking price of this shit. My God. But it's something you can use creativity. If you want to change it around for yourself, be my guest. It is your idea of how to build a deck. But I like this way of how it goes. It looks great. And oh yeah, best part of the site. Tells you the split cards, the percentage of what it is. Tells you the cost curves of each month. So there's like for the energy ones, there's 16 of them here, and then you can tell the depth, the deck combo depth, and that looks amazing with a bunch of 0.5000s. And then you just see the percentages here. So yes, try the site out, see if you can make some deck ideas, and then later use it to make Octagon right here. It's a little slow sometimes though. We'll see. But yes, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the deck profile. Really great. I appreciate this. It's the first time I've done this in a long time. I kind of like the idea of how doing this. It's simple deck because I don't have to go ahead and try and make the deck and spend all my freaking money on it. But I will be making Great Apes. I'll be showing a deck profile of what's going to look like in the next set after I upload this. So hope you guys enjoy this, and I will get back to you later on. And this is Fortress Striker signing off.